Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to share with you guys some of the manicures that I've worn in the last several months. It's been a while since I've done this video. I always seem to slack off in the summer, like spring and summer for some reason. I don't know what it is because I think I did the same thing last year. I went ahead and pulled out all of the polishes that I had pictures for, or some that I remembered that I wore because I forgot to take pictures also. But in this video, I thought I would also share with you guys some of the recent swatches that I've posted on my Instagram. I've done this once before and some of you guys really enjoy that because you don't have Instagram. As well as some recent purchases that I've made. Quickly, what is on my nails right now is a project polish from Color Club, and I have harp on it on my nails, which looks like a silver indoor, but it is a silver linear holographic that shines a little bit more in direct sunlight. And on my lips, I have Becca Chrissy Glow Gloss. This is called Beach Nectar. I am leaving out a couple of the coral polishes that I mentioned in my recent coral video because I just didn't want it to be redundant. But I will start off with two that I featured in a Paint Your Nails With Me video. This is Mint Candy Apple from Essie, which is a pastel blue. This has quite a bit of white in it, and it has a drop of green. It is the most pastel mint that I currently own. I really like this, although it did require 3 coats. Tricky formulation, but 3 coats. Or it gets opaque at 3 coats, and I really enjoyed this color. This was really nice to wear. Robin's Egg from 90 Lacquer is another one that I wore, and this has a turquoise base and multi-chrome flakes, as well as some smaller glitters that do show up on the nails. This one required a couple coats. My formulation was a little bit thicker, but not difficult. Once I got it, or I applied the second coat, everything leveled out and the glitters really showed up against the base, which I was surprised about because it's an opaque base and it was thicker. A recent one that I shared on Instagram, or my Instagram stories, this is Scenic Route from Orly, which is a really beautiful kind of orchid leaning polish. It's more of a purple pink, heavier on the pink, I would say. This one required 3 coats. Easy formulation though, great application, didn't have any issues with it. The picture you're gonna see of this is in low light because that's where I was able to capture closest to the color of this polish. For some reason, when I was trying to take a picture in natural daylight or indoor lighting, it was coming up more pink. I'm not really sure why. Anyways, pictures are tricky sometimes. They don't really always show the true color, and I try to get it as close as possible. But I did bring out my Sinful Colors polish. These are the only polishes that are like this, more orchid. These are the only ones that I have. And I really enjoy Tempest so much, which is the reason why I thought I would try out Scenic Route. This one requires usually 2 coats. I don't have a swatch of this because I didn't end up wearing it. I just pulled it out to compare it. So Sinful Colors requires 2 coats and it leans more purple, to where Scenic Route requires 3 coats and it leans more pink. Both are really beautiful though. I just thought I would mention or compare them both, if in case you have Tempest and you were looking to purchase Orly's Scenic Route. This is Chillato from Essie, which is a pastel kind of yellowy green. A lot of white in here as well. A little bit of green, a little bit of yellow. Really, really beautiful. Really liked it as a pedicure. Wow. My feet look darker, but in such an awesome way. Tricky formulation, you know. With colors like these, I don't normally have a problem with pastels. I don't normally have a problem, and it is something that I usually expect, so I always allow myself extra drying time whenever I'm applying them. Oh, I forgot to show the gradient. I didn't take a picture of this gradient, but I did do a boomerang on Instagram and shared the boomerang on my Instagram page. But I really like this gradient quite a bit, which is where I used the base for Orly. So I ended up using this one most of the day, and then towards the end of the day I used 3 of my project polish. So I used Bikini from Julieg, Celtic Sun from China Glaze, and I need a refreshment from Wet n Wild. Some of the nails I did these 3, and some of the nails I did these 3, and I loved how that gradient turned out. If I can insert the boomerang in this video for you guys to see, I will do that. Sometimes I struggle with inserting videos that I've taken with my phone, which is such a bummer, but I will try to do that. And some of you guys actually asked for me to do this gradient in my next Paint Your Nails With Me video, which I will do. Just be mindful, I'm not really good at gradients. Like one hand looked amazing and the other hand, I overworked the sponge on my nail, so I had the little bumps where the sponge kind of stuck onto my nails. It did look so awesome. Just be mindful of that. But I'll be more than glad to share the gradient with you guys in my next video, which I should be recording later this week. Let's do quite a bit of blues because I wore quite a bit of blues this month. Actually, I forgot to mention OPI's Rich Girls and Po Boys and Dory from Zoya. I'll probably include that in the next video because this is a lot of blues. I have to use See What I See, which is a blue, like a sea blue shimmer polish. I was really looking forward to wearing this one. I may actually put it on the nails again because I was kind of underwhelmed by it, and I shared it with you guys in my project polish video. If you want to see it in action, I'm wearing it in that video. But this one is a blue shimmer and it has a purple flash, but it also has here and there, not a lot, and maybe that's what it is, it has larger particles, I want to say. So I thought it was going to be super reflective like it looks in the bottle, and in that video, by the way, it looks more reflective than it actually does in person, just so you know. In person it lacks that vibrancy of the color. The picture captures it very well, and I was so underwhelmed by it. I don't know. I'm gonna try it again, and if it's not working out for me, I'm just gonna pass it on to somebody else because I feel like I swatched Frostbite and that one's so much better. I mean, it's a deeper blue, but it's so much better than this. It's way more reflective on the nail. And this one required 3 coats for that one. I also have ma-holo at me. I was wearing this in my skincare video. I'm gonna link the videos where I've worn these polishes if you want to see them in action. Of course, not everything, because in some videos I'm wearing my project polish and stuff like that. But if I can remember the video that I was wearing them in, I will link them for you if in case you want to see them live. This is ma-holo at me, which is the lighter blue of the China Glaze. I think it was part of the summer collection. And this is a holographic, and I picked this up because it is unique. Not unique, but I'm saying, you know, companies or mainstreams don't pull out polishes like this very often. So I picked it up, and this was really pretty. It was a pick at 2 coats, really awesome formulation. You can see the little specks indoor, but you can see a lot of the little rainbows outdoors. Very similar, I would say, to Color Club, but only that Color Club is linear, this one is not. But really great formulation. And then I have a Truly Azure You from China Glaze, which was one of the blue polishes that came out last year in the summer collection. And this one also has that little purple flash. So let me compare it to Do You See What I See? Because it's a little bit more toned down. Let me do all 3 actually. Or like this, maybe you guys can see it like that. I'll have close-ups of the bottles. But this one has an awesome formula also. This one only requires a couple coats, and this was my favorite from last year. My favorite out of the polishes that I picked up from that collection, which I didn't pick up very many, but I loved this one. Which reminds me, Summer Rain was one that I also wore, so I'll insert the picture of that one in this video. That one requires 2 coats and it chips on me. I can't. I wore it last year and it chipped on me and I was so irritated by it. This time around I also wore it. I doubled up on my base coat. I added 3 coats, although it gets opaque at 2, and I added 2 layers of top coat. I mean, I had so many layers on my nails to prevent chipping, and I don't think I should have to go through the trouble of doing stuff like that. Although it's a beautiful looking polish, it's just not worth it, so that's one that I'm going to be getting rid of. I went looking for the polish and I couldn't find it, and it's because I already put it in a de-stash, but this is Summer Rain. The next 2 or the next 3 are pinks. These are the pinks that I wore this summer. I'll start off with Look at My Bowl, which is not quite a medium tone pink. It's not a pastel compared to the other 2 pinks that I have here. They're more pastels, but I would say it's right in between. This is a really pretty pink. Really enjoyed it. It does require 3 coats, which kind of threw me off. I thought it was going to be a 2-coater, but because it's a little bit of a lighter pink, it still required 3 coats, and I thought it looked really pretty. And then I have Fiji from Essie, another pastel pink, but this one has a lot of white in it, and it's really beautiful. Very tricky formula. I would say out of these 3 pastels here from Essie, these 2 have a trickier formula than this blue one from me when I applied it, but they all got opaque at 3 coats. And then I have Cake Pop from C&D. So a pastel, but more lavender leaning. And I wore this a couple times this summer. I I love this. This is really pretty. My first manicure though required 2 coats. The second manicure, I did feel like some nails required a 3rd coat. If you overwork the polish, it's gonna remove it a little bit. So, you know, take your time, allow each layer to dry properly before you go in. I was being a little hasty, a little impatient, and so I was overworking the polish, number 1. Number 2, I wasn't allowing the first layer to dry before I went in with the second one. So that would be, I think that moving forward, that's what I'm going to try doing, because it's really pretty. And it is a little bit on the dusty side, I would say also. So this is something that I think would look great maybe even in the winter or something. I'm going to try to pull it out and see how I like it for the winter, because I thought it was so beautiful. I don't have a ton of C&D polishes. Actually, I have one more from C&D, and it's called Burnt Romance, which is very reminiscent of Brownstone from China Glaze, but I want to say that one's pretty close, but I want to say that one has a little bit more red. Gosh, I can't remember. I wore it last fall. And the C&D brushes are on the wider side, FYI, but great formulation. I can't wait to try more from them. The last 2 are the whites that I've worn. This is White on Time, which requires 3 coats. This is part of the insta-dri line from Hansen. Really good white. My white is now down to here. I bought this one at the beginning of the year. This is a white that I do plan on purchasing. And I have heard that this is a good stamping white, although I haven't tried it myself. You know, that's the word on the streets. Just an FYI. And I have Rainbow from China Glaze, which is a white. More off-white, I would say. You can see that compared to this one from Hansen, and this one has a pinky purple flash running through it, which is so nice and noticeable on the nails. So in the past, this one I have worn over top of a white. I've done a base of white and then 2 layers of this one, but this time around I wore it on its own. I think I put 3 coats on the nails, and you can still see the tips of my nails, but quite frankly I didn't mind it at all. I like white polishes. I don't mind I really enjoy the little purple pink flash running through it, and it just looks really nice on the nails. And I think that manicure I wore for about 3 days or something like that. Some of the recent swatches here that I have taken, the first 2 are oranges, because I'm on the hunt for some pumpkin oranges, and these are the only 2 oranges that I have currently that are more pumpkin leaning, although this one is a little bit brighter, but it's not a neon. I pulled out a neon yellow, and it's quite a bit more toned down than that. This one right here is called Orange Punch from Orly, and this one has a jelly base. It is a bright orange, but it's a little bit more tamed, I would say. But I like the fact that it has a jelly formulation. It looks really candy-like on the nails, super glossy and juicy. Excuse me, I'm burping. And I adored it. At 3 coats, you could still see the tips of the nails, but again, you know, really didn't mind it. And it's a piazza cake, not my favorite. I want to love this as much as other people do, and I think that's why I keep it around, because I really want to love it, but it's just not my ultimate favorite. So Heather, I think her channel name is Heather Nails, but she recommended Playing Coy from Essie. I have been looking for it, but I can't find it in store. I couldn't find it at the discounted stores that I shop online. So I'm gonna be on the hunt for a pumpkin orange. And then somebody else tagged me on an account on Instagram that swatched multiple like burnt orange polishes or pumpkin orange leaning polishes. So I thought, anyways, I'm gonna be on the hunt. Point is, I don't know why I'm rambling. So I did these 2 swatches. This 2 to 3 coats. This was 3 coats on the swatch. I did swatch these 2, which I hauled not long ago. This is Bottoms Up from China Glaze. This one required 3 coats, which is more of I don't know, I don't want to say Barbie pink, more Barbie bubblegum pink, I would say. 3 coats. This was really pretty. I was actually really surprised with the 2 pinks that I picked up, because I'm not a pink person, but these are really beautiful. I love them. This one right here is Rose Among Thorns, which is a brighter hot pink, neon leaning, both of them I would say, except for this one, almost neon. But this one required also 3 coats, and it looks super awesome. Another one that I swatched on my Instagram is NARS Jungle Red, and this has a jelly base. I did 3 coats, and I think my pictures, the color came out a little bit more vibrant than it was in person, I want to say. But this one was 3 coats. It looked very beautiful, super juicy and candy-like on the nails. I'm still on the hunt though for my favorite red. I have 2 reds I don't have a ton of reds, first of all, but I do have 2 reds in my stash already that I enjoy, which is Got the Blues for Red from OPI and Star Spangled from Orly, which is a red glitter. And those are really beautiful. This probably is my 3rd favorite out of the other reds that I have and really enjoy. And then there's another one from OPI I want to say that I enjoy also. I think I'm going to try it during the winter months and see what I think about it, and actually wear it as a full manicure. Some of the recent polishes that I purchased, I got Afterglow from Orly, and I saw this one on Alli Yvette's swatch and review video, so I picked it up because I loved how it looked on her. She's quite a bit deeper than myself, but loved how it looked on her, so I thought I would try it. And this is not it. I picked up the wrong polish. It's like a Blazing Sunset from Orly or something. This is called Ready to Rave, and when I saw this one, when I opened my box, I was like, what the hell is this? This looks a lot more tamed than what I thought. I thought it was gonna be a neon, and it's not. And this leans very more red, I would say, and salmon looking, but it's really pretty. It's just not what I expected. I seriously thought it was going to be a neon, and this is, I have yet to put it on my nails, so I can't really speak too much on it. That one's from China Glaze, and a Zerk polish. This is called Empire State of Mind. I picked this up because it reminded me of an Alicia Keys song that she did a long time ago. And I can't even remember if that's the name of the song. But I picked this up, and I almost regret picking this up because earlier in the year I picked up a Tom Ford polish that's very similar to that, to this one right here. And that one I picked up to wear in the fall, and now I have 2 of these. So I have to decide which one. I mean, I can wear them both, maybe one in the fall, one in the winter, something like that. Lastly, I have China Glaze Trendsetter. This is a polish that has been on my lemming for years. I don't have a lot of polishes on my lemming. I have a couple. Not really very many, but this is one of them. And this one is more of a pea green kind of soup color, but then it has some golden micro glitters or little shimmers running throughout it. It is really, really beautiful. And I was really excited to add this to my Ugly Pretty Colors, because I love ugly pretty colors. But now the struggle is that I have so many ugly pretty colors that I want to wear in the fall, but I don't have enough hands, fingers. And so the struggle right now is, which one am I going to select for the fall? You know, first world problems, not a big deal, but you know what I mean. I just kind of want to wear them all because they all look really pretty. Alright, I think that's everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know this is a lengthier video, but I still hope you enjoyed it. I know you guys have said that you don't mind longer videos. Thank you guys for hanging in there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.